You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day. Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bro Down Podcast. I'm Tim Fulton.
And I'm Andy Smith.
And this is What Do You Got?
What do you got?
And what do you got? We talk about topics.
One of us brings a topic to the table the other one doesn't know about. And today is Tim's topic, and Tim didn't prepare.
I prepared, thank you very much.
What's your topic?
Why do you work out?
Ooh, because I'm fucked up in the head.
I know that your answer is going to be weird. Because there's a lot of different reasons to work out, right? You're concerned about your general health. You want to get strong. You want to just look good for the ladies or the gentlemen.
Or the man.
Depending on your preferences.
That's what you said.
So why? And I know the answer probably lies somewhere in the middle of all of that. But if you had to narrow down why you specifically work out, why do you do it?
Like, why did I start or why?
Why do you go to the gym?
Okay. It's kind of changed, I think, a little over the years. But, like,
Why do you do it, Andrew?
the main,
Why?
obviously for health reasons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Bullshit.
part of it, I'd say a lot of it is I don't like the fact that if I'm not in shape or not healthy, that I don't want to be somebody that can't, like, defend himself.
I knew it was going to be some sort of fighting
Like,
thing.
I don't want to be. How do I put it? Because it's not like you're like training to be like try to fight Mike Tyson or some shit.
Yeah.
But it's like I think you have an obligation to be at least harder to kill than you were yesterday. So just try to be harder to kill than you used to be.
That's fair.
Yeah.
As long as you don't turn into... I shouldn't say stuff like that.
Well, because like I don't I'm not saying to project that out when you're doing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like
You don't want to... You're not like at the gym being like, I can't wait to fight people.
yeah, no. I'm saying that like in like worst case scenario, like something happens, you don't want to feel totally inept. Like I can do nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Not like you're like, oh, I'll beat up a pro fighter. Like no, you're not going to. It's just not going to happen. But it's
so you
like
ain't gonna take on John Jones next week?
Huh?
You ain't gonna take on John Jones next week?
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like if somebody tries to like do something to like your girlfriend, boyfriend, family member, like whatever, like I don't think that somebody should feel restrained from speaking, being like, "Hey, dude, calm down," because they're not.
You want to feel like a presence.
Confidence. Huh?
You want to feel like a presence.
Yeah, that's kind of more like. I guess that's kind of more like training than like actually working out though, because like there's a lot of big dudes out there that can't do shit. So working out, let's working out specifically. I'm trying to think now.
Well, I'll give mine.
Okay, yeah, give me yours.
Mine purely originally was just pure aesthetics.
Okay.
I speak English.
Yeah.
Up until a point. So like all I cared about was like not looking like a fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like I knew I'm not walking around with a six pack. I'm not going to be some jack dude, but I didn't want to look like a roly-poly. Up until when you start seeing results, then I still don't do it for like the strength reason. Like I'm not trying to like max out all the time.
Yeah.
But you gain a level of confidence, not just from like a walking confidence, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's just from how I look or maybe how I feel or a combination of all those things.
I think it's a combination.
It has to be a combination, right? But now that once you start tasting that, like, and you can see the difference, like, I don't have the it's a fucking drug. And I had this conversation with a woman at work. She's like, why do you do this to yourself? I'm like, it's a confidence thing. When I work out, I'm more confident everything that I do in my life.
Yeah.
When I don't work out, I lose that. And it's a big impact. It's important.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep going now. Because if I don't work out, I lose that confidence level. However else you want to describe it.
That's probably the. Okay, I see what you're saying. So okay. Yes. I see. Like I'm trying to think of like the motivation thing. Why you're like that's how I took it. Well, but I guess
it kind of relates to that a little bit.
Yeah. See,
it's why you show up.
I'll put it to you this way: if I don't work out,
yeah,
I feel like shit.
Okay. So
I feel like shit. So if I stop working out, I get like agitated easily. I get like my confidence goes down. Your mood gets like drudgy and all that. And as soon as you start working out, you feel like you can enjoy things more because you feel like we all have that crazy monkey energy, right? We're not supposed to sit in a chair for 8 hours a day. We're not supposed to drive to work. We're not supposed to be doing any of that. So we have this pent up fucking chimpanzee shit that we have to like get it out.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it out, it'll manifest in other ways, like going on YouTube and talking shit, like just like angry shit all the time. Yeah. And as a guy, I think especially that you need to get that shit out because all that other stuff that comes with not working out will kind of like fade away.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody leaves the gym wanting to go online and talk shit to strangers. You're just like, I just want to get some food and go to bed, man. I'm fucking tired. You know?
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of reasons.
I know this was going to be a complicated.
This is a lot of reasons. I started working out because I didn't want to get picked on anymore. And I realized very quickly that the way you carry yourself, the way that you look to other people is obviously changes the way that they perceive you.
Yeah.
But also having the confidence to like kind of like just the presence of being like, I will stand up for myself kind of puts the most of that to bed.
Yeah, it changes how people interact with you.
Yeah, but like all things, as soon as I like something, I get obsessed with it. So I got obsessed with it.
It's true.
And then that brought about all the other good feelings that come along with working out, which made it just more obsessed. All
the other good shit comes with it. No matter what reason you start, you are going to get stronger, and you are going to.
But it definitely has changed though, because when I was younger, all I cared about was how much I could lift and how big I could get. That's all I gave a shit about. Like, read Muscular Development. It's like, you got to eat a pound of pasta after. It's like, fuck it, a pound of pasta. Like, just awfulness. Now I tend to do things
smarter
and healthier.
Yeah.
More for health than that stuff, because what I realized, which is a saying that you could remember to keep you from injury, is nobody's going to care what you benched yesterday.
Fair.
Right? They only give a shit about today. Right? You're as good as your last lift when it comes to, if your thing is strength, you're as good as your last lift. Unless you're breaking world records, no one gives a fuck what you benched last week. No one cares. And as soon as you accept that and you ingrain that in your head, you don't care about the weight anymore.
Wow, look at you spouting wisdom.
Well, I've had to go through like 3 surgeries and a gang of stem cells to get this wisdom. So that's number one. And number two, like, you can get blinded by a goal to a lot of bad things that you're doing. Like, I was eating not horrible things, but just, it's like, oh, you got to do 2,000 or, add 2,000 calories to your diet. It's like, you're going to do that with chicken and broccoli? That's a lot of fucking chicken and broccoli. Or how about a chicken breast and a half of pizza? Like, that sounds better. You can eat that way easier.
Yeah.
And then, like, you get to your goal weight and you're like, you kind of cheated to get there, because it's like, you're the goal weight, but are you?
Yeah.
You don't look like good. So there's a lot of things that you learn and all that shit through it. And I think that the reasons definitely change as you get older and more experienced with why you work out.
I think the experience is the main key.
Yeah.
I think everyone goes through like that transition period where their initial reason, like, because like people are like, I'm going to start going to the gym so I can lose a little weight. And then like certain people will be like, I started going to the gym and now I'm running marathons. And you're just like, that is a 180.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, one did not lead to the other, but well, good for you.
Yeah. Well, one thing I will say though is part of my motivation, if not most of my motivation for working out and doing all this stuff, is it almost comes from a selfishness, but I say selfishness meaning it's for me.
Yeah.
That is one of the things I would say, try not to don't make working out all about something else other than you. It has to kind of be about you in a selfish way, sort of, because those are the people I see that fall off.
Yeah.
Where like they do it for a goal, but it's not for them. Like they don't try to find joy in it. They just do it for a goal, and those are the people that I think
What if you
go
can't-
through the peaks and valleys.
What if you can't find joy in working out?
Stop being a pussy.
All right,
No.
there's a difference between being a pussy and not enjoying something.
Find a type of exercise or fitness that you find joy in. And here's the thing.
I feel
You
like
might have to go through a lot of stuff that's not joyous to find the joy. You might have to do it to an extreme level to open that door and be like, "Oh, this is what I like. I like when I do it really, really hard because that's when I get the runner's high."
Yeah.
Or whatever. But you can't just be like, "No, I don't like how I feel. It's sweaty." Like, all right, well, it's going to be difficult. Like, you don't try something for a couple days and expect to fall in love with it.
Well, I see your point there, but I'm coming from the perspective of I hate working out. I hate it. I absolutely do not like it. I've set myself up that I go to work early so I can work out at the gym, which kind of traps me, right? Because 11 o'clock comes around and everyone I work with goes, "Oh, you're going to the gym?" And I'm like, "I guess so."
Yeah.
And I go and I do it and I muscle my way through it. And it's fine, but like at no point am I sitting there being like, "This is fucking cool." I enjoy the results,
Yeah.
but I don't enjoy the process.
If my advice to you or somebody thinking like that would be attempt to change the way you think about it. Attempt to, like, the way that I look at it is like people that have a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all know people have jobs that really suck.
Yeah.
And then we all know that people have jobs that they're not that bad.
Yeah.
Some of the people at the same location have the same job responsibilities. Some people could loathe it, and other people could just go to work with a smile every day.
Yeah.
And again, people, different personalities, all that shit. But there is something to be said for that person there is looking for reasons to hate this job, whereas the other person is looking on the brighter side of things. At the end of the day, they're stuck there. They have to work. They don't have to work that job, but they got to put food on the table. So they're working there.
Yeah.
So if you know that you're going to have to work out and you're going to do it, why not try to find some kind of joy in it? Try to look at it from a different perspective, whatever perspective you have that you can look at it, where you can pull some kind of joy that is. Whether that's like, all right, this is the time where I shut my phone off and I get release of the connection to the outside world, and this is my time. This is my time to shut off my brain and get addicted to that feeling.
This is our time. It's our time down here.
Yeah.
It's their time up there, but it's our time down here. Goonies never say die.
Yeah. But I would say it's a great reference. I would say to attempt to trick your brain into falling in love, or at least getting a good feeling that you don't have to like every day is not just like, I gotta fucking work out again. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to make it sound like that drastic. Like,
No.
I'm not like going to the gym and being like, here we go.
but it sounds like it's not it doesn't have to be your favorite thing, but it shouldn't be something that you don't look forward to doing. And you could, even as something as simple as like, hey, if I broke my leg today, how many days into my broken leg would I want to go to the gym? Like, how many days into my surgery for my broken leg would I be like, I really just wish I could go work out and do something physical?
See, it's weird for me because like it's all about like that mentality I was telling you about before. Like, once I cross a line and I no longer feel good, then I'll want to go back to the gym, but not because I like going to the gym. It's because I like shedding that feeling and shedding like the weight, obviously, and like start feeling good about myself physically and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I'll always want to go to the gym to maintain that mentality and stuff, but I'll never want to go to the gym.
You say that you'll never want to, but that's because your mind is set in thinking this the way that it is right now.
Yeah,
Dude.
I see your point.
You're fighting it because you're looking at it from your eyes right now. Like, if you can try to step back and look at it in a light, maybe like this. Like, I always tell people, if you're serious about working out, consider it a second job. You can't call out sick too many times a year. You get fired. You have to go. So some days at work, you're not as productive. You don't do as much in the gym. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you have to go to work.
Yeah.
You have to go to work. So once you accept that this is a good decision for me, it's going to make me feel better, it's going to make my body healthier, I have to do it no matter what. Am I going to be the guy that goes to work and I complain and I'm miserable all day because I don't want to be here? Or am I going to be the guy who is like, all right, listen, I'm stuck here. I might as well make the most of it. I might as well be happy when I'm here. Let me try to find some... And it could be something as simple as like one body part you like working out, or one exercise a day that you look forward to doing, or maybe like I get to go in the sauna afterwards or something like that. But find some type of joy in it where it's not miserable for you, because there's an old saying, like the difference between people like athletes and champions is the champions find a way to fall in love with the part of training that they hate, because
And that's
that
why
1%
I'm
of shit
against-
makes the difference. And those guys find a way. Like some guys don't like running to do the road work for boxing,
Yeah.
but they find a way to fall in love with it because they know it has to be done. And that way it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, whether it's the feeling of like for a boxer going against somebody else, Mike Tyson used to do this thing where he, I don't say fell in love, but he loved the idea of waking up at 4 a.m. or 3 a.m. and going for a run, because he knew every other athlete he was competing against was sleeping.
That's some intense shit, actually.
And he fell in love with that fact of like, I love knowing that I'm putting in more work than every single other person out there.
Ooh, actually, you came up with a good point.
What's that?
I'll still never like going to the gym, but use I know I'm putting into the work.
Yeah.
I think I can use that.
Yeah. You
think-
got to just find whatever works.
I can use that.
It's different for everybody, but find it.
Find it.
Just search for it.
Find it.
It's not going to be through the first door. If you're lucky, it will be, but just keep opening doors. Keep opening doors.
All right, his wisdom went out the window a long time ago. Let us know why you go to the gym in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Watch The Goonies if you haven't yet, and also go to brodownpro.com.
Spoiler alert. There's a pirate ship. If you haven't yet. If you haven't watched The Goonies yet, just go away.
Yeah, no, that's your next job. That's your
Yeah.
job. What are we doing? All right, bye, everybody.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
You're listening to Bro Down Podcast all fucking day.